Hello everyone out there. It's another Thursday night. It's another stream with Travis, your best pal. But tonight, I need your help. I need your help making a character. We could do this together, make a little collaborative effort. I put out the call on all socials. It's there in the Dead Man Saloon. It's there in, it's there on Facebook. It's there on Blue Sky. Let's check those responses now, shall we? Nothing on Discord. Nothing on Facebook. Nothing on Blue Sky. For shame. I guess gotta start being more active with that Instagram. That's the place to be. So I didn't post this on my personal art page, and I got a couple of responses. And my friends, as much as I love them, don't read. But they give me plenty to go off of here. So rather than just picking one, they each decided to pick 4. But I mean, if that's what we're getting, I'm happy to work with it. So, setting, job, build, body type, character quirk. The first one is Mountainside, orc with a giant hammer. Muscle man and tall, and their character quirk is that one of their arms is massive from a curse. And the other person posted the setting, the bus. Their job, salaryman. Their build, body type, big upper body, bug arms, tiny legs. And their character quirk, 3 eyes. So I think I'm gonna hop between the two. Let's see, between the bus and the mountainside. Bus is obviously the funnier of the two. Gonna be tough to fit our character in here. Hello, Deadman7642. Thanks for joining me tonight. Happy to have you out on a nice Thursday night. If you're wondering what we're doing, kind of a first come, first serve basis. You pick one of these, you pick a setting, a job, a build or body type, or a character quirk, and I'll add it to the mix. I've started with the setting of the bus, but there's so many other options to choose from. Just getting a quick sketch going. So if you have any of these features you'd like to add, now'd be the time. Let's see. Job, crazy alchemist. I can work with that. I'm gonna go with a body type someone posted elsewhere. Maybe these legs aren't tiny enough. But they want big upper body, bug arms, and tiny legs. But I think I'm gonna assume the autocorrect and do big arms. But I like the crazy alchemist. So, let's see, I think tiny head's going to be the way to go with this. How are you tonight, Dead Man? I appreciate you joining us. Oh, we got a follow? Thank you! Doing good. How about me? I'm doing great. It's another Thursday night. I'm happy to be here. In this weary, wild world. It's nice to have some stability. So let's see, what's going to denote an alchemist? Gonna have probably a bandolier for doing road mix-ins. Gotta have goggles, of course. And if anyone out there has small concoctions, of course. Now, if anyone else out there has an idea for another one of these, please let me know. So far, the setting is the bus. We've got sort of a build body type, but we're still in the stage where we can modify that. And we need a character quirk. Gonna need a much bigger eraser. I think okay, I think that's the move. Didn't ask quirk as in like a habit or a mood? Just something unique to this character. Like, it can be a physical kind of aberration, a social aberration, just something unique or weird about them. Or it could be like an item of clothing. Or, you know, just like a mannerism. Very cautious. I think that's gonna work well with this pose I'm trying to get out here. And I think this bus seat's gonna need to shrink in comparison here. And so might these legs. How long have I been doing art? I mean, I always drew growing up and everything. I don't think I really started taking it seriously. I took some art classes at community college when I was 18, 19, so that would have been, yikes, about over a decade ago. But I don't think I really started taking it seriously until about 2019. And so just trying to learn online, learn from others who do just amazing things online. I never formally studied it, I guess, or beyond those few classes.
What is it that you wish for? What is it that you want? You're very insecure.
Do you do any art, dead man?
Insecure, I have to have value. I want to be worth something. I want to be worth enough to attract the attention of others.
Let's see. Let's just get into the inks. See how this brush looks. Too thin. Like my loose inkers.
But your value is something you have to find for yourself. You have to
That
find
might be
it.
nice.
I have no value without it. My life is worthless without
Still in school, not much time. Yeah, that's understandable. It's hard to have hobbies and stay on top of everything. But keep at it. What are you going to school for, dead man?
representations. Everything is merely a description, not the real myself. Everything
Engineering?
is simply a shape, a form, and
Nice.
I'm to let others recognize me as me.
When I first started going, I
Is this me?
wanted to be a mechanical engineer,
What is it that I am?
but then I got really burned out by the workload and realized that engineering was not the track that I wanted to take after all. But more power to you. I have a lot of friends who stayed on that course, went to Rolla, big engineering school here in Missouri in the United States. Yeah, and they're doing really well. And it's an incredibly interesting field.
Interpret yourself and how the others interpret you. Right. My clothes, my shoes, my room. These are all parts of what makes up myself. These things are connected through your consciousness.
I think
What I think is me
Calc
is
3 is where I really started kind of
myself. I'm
falling behind, but that's no one's fault. I just wasn't putting in the work.
myself. Where am I? What am I? The only one who can take care of you and understand you is.
But I mean, I barely passed, and I
You must take care of yourself.
passed Calc 4.
Is in a state of constant change. You're capable of change.
Had to drop circuits just because the course load was too much on top of everything else.
A world of nothing? A world with nobody in it?
And I should have been, like, had I been more self-aware, I would have pursued art.
A world in which you have no
But
restriction.
that just wasn't me at the time. I had a lot of growing up to do.
This is what it is.
Because I kept taking art electives, and then just trying to balance two completely separate course loads was a little too much. It sparked me to get into drawing. You wanted to draw like cool magic powers, wizards, and sorcerers. I mean, basically the same. And I think that's still a lot of what I draw now. I just like drawing characters. I like drawing robots. Like, I grew up drawing because my older brother drew a lot, and, you know, just kind of being the little brother tagging along at the heels had to do what he did. But yeah, it's something I always did instead of doing schoolwork, which absolutely contributed to bad work and study habits. It was something to do instead of what I was supposed to focus on, which I guess is ADHD, but then as I just got more into like fantasy and sci-fi, I think those kind of really sparked the imagination. However you may feel about them, the Star Wars prequels were pretty big when I was growing up. And so all the cool, like, I mean, the fun of seeing a Star Wars movie is just seeing a bunch of cool spaceships and aliens. And those movies had that, like, galore. Beyond the original trilogy, like, the story isn't anything spectacular. And I'm only being, like, gracious with the original trilogies because it's like it was a complete dark horse. It just came out of nowhere. First big series was Harry Potter for you? Yeah, I was big into Harry Potter as well. Growing up, I mean, it's kind of a ribald subject nowadays. But, I mean, I won't deny that it had a huge influence on me growing up. But I don't support, make no aspersions, I don't support the black mold huffing turf. But yeah, I mean, it was an imaginative world, and it hit at, like, just the right time. If you still like fantasy and stuff, and, I mean, I know you're in school, and your time is probably pretty precious, but if you get a little reading time, I recommend Patrick Rothfuss' Name of the Wind. Everybody knows Brandon Sanderson, old Brandy Sandy, and he just has an oeuvre from which you can choose. He's always writing. What's a side quest for our favors? Let me pull that up. Side quest. Side quest is where you have me switch to another doodle, and I have to draw a different small little doodle instead of what I'm working on now. And I'm not allowed to return to the original until I finish the doodle. Because our main show is on, I mean, it's just a little diversion on Thursdays, but our main show's on Monday nights. And on the main show, I'm up against the clock trying to knock out drawing prompts, so throwing in a side quest on those can be really make or break for a piece. Let's see, so if that arm's gonna... Do we want facial hair for him? I think some kind of blown back mutton chops. No facial hair? Yeah, I'll mix it. Be careful not to let the head get too big. I guess it looks more like he's kind of jostling this, but I think the idea is that he doesn't want it to jostle too much. Do the bumps on the bus. So I guess I'll kind of indicate that throughout. Do a little environmental storytelling. Dead Man's got some lore here. His facial hair got burned off because of his experiments. That's a good reason. And I think for that reason, I'm not going to make him bald, but going to have a receding hairline. Just a few wisps that are kind of permanently blown back. High collar jacket. Let's see, he's gonna have some compounds, some files and whatnot. A little close to the chin, but I guess that fits the Rambo aesthetic. I guess I don't want to make the the detail too busy on his hips or whatever, but so that's gonna go there. Why is our display Western? That's because when we initially launched the show, it was a duel between two artists. So the idea behind our whole theming and everything was it would be two artists facing off in a drawing standoff, hence the name 10 Paces. Our other artist, who is a working professional artist, had to step down just because doing this on top of their normal workload was just too much. And I mean, it's understandable. It's a lot to take on. Especially trying to be a working artist these days. It's not a great environment out there for freelancers. And it's a tough role to fill. So, we've been looking for... We're always looking to have guests on. Try and feature some other people whenever they're able to. But it's a very niche, not just skill set, but also technical set, I guess. Like having all the setup and everything. It's not as prevalent in these circles. I, like myself and our sheriff, who joins us on Mondays, usually run it. But we're grooving for the time being. Still always happy to speak with and potentially feature guest artists if they have the time to spare, which is another huge factor of it. There we are. So I'm going to move up this lip of this bus seat a little bit to match the legs. Now I want to know why he has such tiny legs and big muscular upper body. Unless he accidentally spilled a legs make small potion on his lap.
Water?
Yeah, water.
Well, we only serve pain.
He was experiments as everybody grew and his legs shrunk.
If you're broke, go somewhere else.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Not all compounds are gonna work,
Feelings.
as expected.
You feed me.
And maybe they're not going to distribute through the body in the ways you're kind of hoping. But live and learn. Riding on the edge of tomorrow. Let's get rid of that. And I guess all of his funding goes into, no. You know what? He doesn't even need a reason to ride the bus. More of us should be riding the bus because it's a better means of transportation. And more cities should fund public transportation. He's an ethical consumer. He's worried about traffic and emissions. Or he skipped leg day. Yeah, I could see that. This all tracks with my college experience or community college experience. A bunch of people I was in the engineering track with were also big workout people, myself included. We were just a bunch of fit nerds because it was another thing we could nerd out over. Here, and only cut off a small portion of what we've drawn here. Doesn't waste time, so he takes the bus. So he has more time for experiments. I mean, that makes sense. You can get a lot done on public transit. I learned that. I went to Prague, and they have a just beautiful public transit system. And I mean, had I brought any of my stuff, I could have gotten a lot of drawing done. I didn't, as much as I maybe could have. I was taken in the city, just listening to music. But I did do a lot of reading. You'd be nervous because somebody behind him is making a loud sound. Yeah, let's get a typical bus type person on here. Alright, let's build it again. Just you and me, dead man. Unless anyone else out there wants to sound off. We've got the setting. We need a job, a build and body type, and a character quirk for the person sitting behind him on the bus. Bolt down these legs. I guess. Okay, yeah, we're still on track. It's not perfect, but everything's going to be a little cartoony. Clean up some of this noise here. Big legs, small arms. And reckless and a musician. I love it. I really love where your head's at, Dead Man. And you may just enjoy the name of our saloon, our Discord channel. And I'll copy that link here if you're on Discord at all. That'll take you on over to Dead Man's Saloon. So feel free to chat with us over there. Keep up with the announcements and whatnot. We've got some lovely people over there. These legs are gonna barely fit. And so I imagine they're also kind of knocking the seat a little bit. Give them some nice loafers. Make them not wingtips. Get rid of all that. Give him a nice healthy ankle here. Yeah, that's the stuff. And small guitar for the small arms. I can get with that. Or perhaps a ukulele. And you know they're going to be caked up. And with those short shorts to really highlight these gams. Now this is somebody who doesn't skip leg day. So I guess compared to their body, their upper body anyway, this is going to look like a normal size guitar. Make them twins. So one of them's working, the other's kind of busking, being an annoying tag-along. And I imagine they'd live together, living in the big city. And the reason they're both like this might be because of the musician twin here. I can do better. There we are. So they're gonna be opposite in like every way. I like it. So I guess they'll be twins only in they'll be fraternal twins. Because there's really no way at this point to make them look terribly similar. Do I color these two? Sometimes it depends on what's being drawn. I don't think I'll have time to color this one tonight, unfortunately. Our Thursday night streams are usually pretty short and sweet. Again, Monday is the main event where you want to be. That tends to run a little longer, and you'll see maybe simpler pieces, but more focused maybe. Though we are doing a special right now, special little series on our Monday nights. We're playing The Quiet Year. And our first run of that was an absolute blast. If you're not familiar with The Quiet Year, it's a really fun kind of world-building game, which just gives you little prompts to kind of let your mind run wild and really build a community with certain strictures. I guess this guy has to have a big head. He's going to be opposite. How often do we stream? Every Monday and Thursday. On very rare occasion, we'll have a little bonus stream. But you can find us on YouTube to catch our VODs. There's a couple decent ones over there. You can find us on Blue Sky, on Facebook. Instagram, as I was saying at the top of the show, I really need to get on top of. Just the format of it can be a little tough sometimes. But I guess I really have no excuse because this is, in fact, an art stream. Though, if it allowed posting from PC, that would make my life a lot easier. Could zoom in for some of these details, but I like the kind of working from afar and implying a lot of it. Yeah, he's supposed to be reckless, so cool guy shades, of course. They're just going to disappear behind the hair there. Actually, no, that's going to be too far down. We're going to make him mostly mouth. He is wailing away. Just gonna put his cool guy shades way up here. Yeah, I guess he does have a little Elvis to him between the guitar slash uke, the uke guitar, and that badass. And he is jamming. Yeah, I think that's a fun little scene. Maybe add some texture to the aisle here. I can do better than that. Let's get a straight line tool to see how far off I was. Maybe get little clouds in the background. Nothing too busy to really distract from what's going on. And then kind of the... That's difficult. Drawing kind of the ribs of the bus from a weird perspective like that. Yeah, so I think we've got an exciting piece here. And I really appreciate all the suggestions and all the insight, Deadman. And I appreciate everybody who joined us tonight. As mentioned before, get in that Discord. Follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. And catch us here Monday night for the main event. Thanks again for coming out, everybody. And until next time, happy trails.